Hey, how is everybody today? How you doing? Okay, so today we're going to talk about single mamas. So, this is a subject that I know all too well. This is a subject that I failed in, that I was victorious in, that I learned a lot in, and I just want to help. But before we do that, before we get into it, please do me a favor, like and subscribe. And once you subscribe, write in the comments, I subscribed, and I will personally reply to your message. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for listening to me. So, how do single mamas survive? So, my first thing would be to take a breath. And what I mean by that is that you need a breath of fresh air. Probably more than once a day, but you need to take a breath before anything happens. And that breath would be actually breathing, like doing breathing exercises. But let me just take it a step further. You need your own time. You need your own time for your own sanity, for your own structure of your day, for your own planning, and whatever it is that you're going to do, you need your time. And so the most important thing that I can say about what single mamas need to do is they need to carve out time in their day, every single solitary day, for you. What you need to do is you need to shift the idea that you need to be all things to everyone. You need to be all things to yourself so that you can be all things to everyone else comfortably, sanely, right? You need that. It is a must. It is a must. And so when I say that you need to take a breath or add breathing in, I'm not just saying to do breathing exercises. I'm saying that when you cultivate time for yourself, for me, if you've paid attention to any of my videos on this channel, you will know that for me, it is a morning routine. It is taking time in the morning for yourself to get yourself together, to collect yourself, to just plan out what it is that you're going to do, even if it doesn't come out that way. Because one of the things that I found is by doing something purposely in the morning, whether it be writing a to-do list the night before, putting clothes out, all of these things that we can do to make our lives easier. The phone, the TV, all these other things can all be incorporated if you purposely plan your day in the morning. And you can really plan your day, on a Sunday and have everything mapped out for the week. That means that you have space in your life for the surprises. You have space in your life for, oh gosh, we forgot this. You have space because when you're running, and you're running on low fuel, you're running yourself ragged. And this sounds like, looking at me and me saying this sounds easier said than done, but I know that it can be done because I had to do it. I had to do it in my own capacity, but I had to do it because I think that there's a huge issue with us being single mamas and mental health, and that everything else trumps us. In other words, everything else trumps our mental health, our physical body, our whatever, like everything trumps it. In other words, the babies trump it, how the job trumps it, our parents or my brother or whoever, like everyone else trumps us, and we lose ourselves, we lose in our happiness, we lose even in just getting through the day. Sometimes it's just overwhelming because, and it's not necessarily our fault, but because we have to do it by ourselves, We need tools, we need tricks, we need tips, we need motivation, we need a support system would be amazing, but all of us don't have it. So it just depends on your individual life and lifestyle. But what I'm saying is that if you are to carve out even an hour, that might sound like a lot, even a couple of minutes, let's just make it simple. If you would carve out a couple of minutes in the morning for yourself, there's so many things that you could do. But I think the most important thing is to breathe, is to find some quiet time. Find some quiet time, find some time to pray. Put your petitions out there. Let God help you. Let him shape and form your day. Let him be part of your day. And this is a God or a higher power of your own understanding. You don't have to believe what I believe. I don't have to believe what you believe. But just as long as you believe in something, right? And even if you don't, it is what it is, right? What I'm saying is that having prayer, having silence, breathing, just taking a moment, even take a moment with me right now and just breathe. Hold it. And let it out with a sigh. It just feels so much better. I could do that for days. Yeah, it's important. It's important, mama. It's important. It's important. It's important. Finding time for yourself is the best thing that you can do for yourself. And I know you're looking at me like, oh, it's impossible and all this other stuff, but let me just tell you something. There are things that are going on in your life right now that are not more important than this. It's not more important than your mental health. It's not more important than your physical health. It's not more important than you yelling at your babies because you're tired. It's not more important than you trying to just, get up the mental space to do homework. What I'm telling you is that you have to put yourself first, and you have to prioritize yourself so that you can be there for them. It's just that simple. Some things are not that important. You're making them important, but they're not that important. Scrolling the first thing you wake up, posting a video. Now, if you're doing business, that's one thing, but you can also schedule that as well. So that's no excuse. But finding time for peace, serenity, quiet, prayer, meditation, silence, journaling, listening to praise and worship music, or music that feeds your soul in the morning. This is before the babies even wake up and even open up their eyes. Come in your room and say, "Mama." I'm talking about finding time to take your ass to bed, okay, so that you can get up in the morning at a decent time. Finding time for you to get up in the morning. I would prefer the wee hours of the morning, and that's just my preference, but finding time to get up in the morning and finding a routine that works for you, whatever that is, even if it is a 5-minute meditation, doing breathing exercises for a minute, reading a page or 2 or 3 pages in a book that is going to uplift you, not some scary book or some book about negativity and things of that nature. We've got to train your mind. You've got to train your mind in a different way. You are raising people. You're raising people. And you also have to be there for yourself. You have to have your own sanity, your own enjoyment out of life. Just because you're a single mama doesn't make you dead, right? But at the end of the day, finding time for you, making special time for you will change your whole entire life. It will change your life. It will change your kids' life. It will change your support system's life. It will change your work life. It will change everything because you have decided to put yourself first. And so I'll just give you an example. When I first started, I just thought that this was the most impossible thing. Like, what the hell? How am I going to find this time? So, the first time that I did it, I woke up at I had to be at work at 8:30. So I think I woke up at 5:45. 5:45. I woke up at 5:45 because I figured 5:45 to 6:45 would be enough time for me to do all these things that I had added to my, schedule or whatever that I said that I was going to do, because I wanted to read. I wanted to read a book, a month or something like that. I wanted to journal. I love writing. I wanted to figure out how to meditate because I had no idea how to meditate. And I also wanted to pray. I knew how to pray. I had my Bible. Even if I said the Lord's Prayer, which is a super powerful prayer, start there. You don't have to come up with your own prayers and be quoting scriptures and all this other stuff. It's not necessary. It's unnecessary. All of the things that you've been taught or that you've learned over the years, make it simple. Make it really, really simple. If you don't know how to pray, say the Lord's Prayer. I promise you, it is one of the most powerful prayers ever. If you don't know how to meditate, I can send you a link to a meditation, but I really don't like to do that because I feel like most people need to find a guided meditation on YouTube that speaks to your ear and to your heart. In other words, for me, when I was first looking for a meditation on YouTube, because that's where I was directed to go, I had a very, very hard time finding someone's voice that I could listen to. Like, for example, Deepak Chopra. I can't listen to him. He's one of the most famous people in the world that does meditations with Oprah for all, but he doesn't do it for me. I think there might be one meditation that I can listen to. It just bothers me. And so what I've learned is, instead of me telling you what to do, I can still, send you some meditations or put the link down below of meditations that I personally used or that I still use to this day. But you've got to find what works for you. It's not about what everyone else is doing, it's about what you're doing. So let me just give you a formula of what I think that you should do in the morning, and then you do one at a time. You do one. You can do all, however many I give you. It is purely up to you, just as long as you do something. This is for you. This is for you. This is for you. So when you wake up in the morning, I would say something like, this is a day the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. Something that's going to uplift you as soon as you get up, right? And if that doesn't work for you, find something that does. It doesn't have to be that. Then once you get out of bed, I would first do some breathing exercises. You just breathe in, hold it, and breathe out. If you do that 10 times, you're going to feel totally different. And that's if you allow yourself to just relax. I know it's very hard because you've got a lot of things on your mind. You've got a lot of things to do and things of that nature. But try to just keep everything out, or at least try to keep everything out of your mind and just concentrate on what it is you're doing right now, which is something for you, right? So breathe and do it 10, 20 times, right? Then I would do the meditation. It takes 5 minutes. Okay, so now we've gotten out of bed. We've done some breathing exercises that probably won't even take you 3 minutes. We're gonna do a 5-minute meditation, so we're not even at 10 minutes at this point. Then I would say the Lord's Prayer. So that's not, okay, so let's just say we're at 10 minutes at this point. Now, I would get out a notebook, a journal, whatever you want to call it. I like spiral notebooks, so that's what I use for my journals. And I would write. And what I would write on the first line is, I am so happy and so grateful now that, and just start writing what you're grateful for. I am so happy and so grateful that, I am so happy and so grateful now that my children, I've started a morning routine, and I know that this is going to help me be a better mother overall. Whatever, right? Just continue to write. Write at least 5 things that you're grateful for. Do that every day. It will make you feel wonderful. Then, while you're writing, write out what you want your day to look like. Or if you want to, write out what is bothering you, what's on your mind, what's stressing you. Get it out. Get it out on paper. And then what I would like you to do is ask God what to do about that, and see if he writes back to you. Or see throughout the day if you get some nudges or some ideas or something that comes to you, because that's God. And after that, turn on some praise and worship music, or turn on, some Luke and do a booty dance. I don't know, but just do something that makes you feel good. It gives you energy in the morning. And then go wake those babies up, or go take your shower, go get yourself together, and then go wake those babies up. Therefore, you have taken care of your day. You've spoken into your life. You've asked God to help you. And now, let's go. So try that. Try that for me and tell me how that works for you. Thank you so much for listening to me. I think I'm going to do this every Wednesday. I really, really, really look forward to your comments. Please comment if this has helped you in any way. And I will talk to you later. Thanks.